Catherine Brody.
Good evening to you all. I'm back. I'm here on behalf of Jim Hensley. I just want to say something. This man has been here not quite even 4 years. What he's done in 3 years. What he has done for the people in 3 years. I'd like to see if any of you can tell me what you have done for the people out there. This man has done a lot. He's helped us. He's helped many people that have businesses out there. That's something in the city that needs to fix. He's on Johnny on the spot. And when I saw all this in this newspaper, it totally blew me away. And I just want to say something. This man has done a lot. Can you tell me exactly what you've done in the last 4 years? That you've done for the people? For the people. This man has done more in a short period of time. And all I want to tell you is that this man has done so much for everybody. And I want to ask about Carmen. I've dealt with Carmen. Carmen is no wuss. For her to all of a sudden, oh, whoa, whoa, I can't do this. If there's this back door thing happening, there's a lot of federal funding that comes into this place. Because part of Port Hueneme has got a lot of people that need help. And I just am, you guys are all trying to cover up, and the first thing you go to the newspaper, Mr. Sharkey, your wife used to work for Star. Boy, what a place to do it.
Ma'am, you're on the line right now and you're violating
Okay.
the guidelines, please.
Why, because I mentioned your name?
No, yes, exactly, because you're slandering my wife.
No, I'm just saying she used to work there.
She didn't work for the Star, she was an independent contractor.
Fine.
Okay.
All I'm telling you.
Catherine, could you please stick to the subject and don't be
don't,
personal?
You know, I have the right to stand here and talk. I don't know his wife, but I know she worked for there. And all I'm telling you is this man has done a lot. And there's a lot of things that I think, my other question is, why did she resign? Why did she resign? If she didn't think there was anything about it and that only his words hurt her, why did she resign? Is there a problem that she's afraid of being found out, or all the rest of you? You know, I don't care if it's the smallest city or way in Washington, D.C., there's corruption. And I truly feel what we need is an outside federal audit done in Port Hueneme.
Thank you, Catherine. Next up is Betty Johnson.
Good evening, Mayor, Council members. I'm Betty E. Johnson. I live at Mar Vista, 1570 Scott Street, Port Hueneme. I would like to respond to the editorial setting some standards for city leaders. The comment as follows: reprehensible and unacceptable conduct below the minimal standard of behavior for a member of the City Council of the City of Port Hueneme by the person and/or persons chosen to report said comments to the Star newspaper must really be commenting on the behavior of all council members, except Mayor Pro Tem Jim Hensley. I have yet to see nor hear of any action by council members in the past 3 years, not to mention 10 years, that shows concern for the city of Port Hueneme and its people as Jim Hensley has. As for questioning Ms. Carmen Nichols at a public meeting about backdoor raises. Well, isn't that your job? There certainly has been questionable actions on the disbursement of monies to Port Hueneme in the past, and of course, the present. The old $279,000 settlement is a present example, and of course, the raises is a current example. As for Miss Nichols resigning because of Mayor Pro Tem Jim Hensley's unwarranted and unsubstantiated allegations, my goodness, I've never witnessed nor heard that Ms. Nichols was a shrinking violet. Ms. Nichols has a job as a deputy city manager. I assume she handles federal monies for our city. If so, she is in line to be questioned about her actions, period.
Betty, can you wrap it up, please?
Okay. We, the residents of Mar Vista, are under the HUD umbrella. We have experienced many issues that require the assistance of HUD monies. Shelter for smokers, mildew, mold in the first floor apartment, replacement of a couch for the community room, etc., etc. So yes, there is need for transparency so that everyone is aware of where all that money goes. Port Hueneme receives much monies. Where does it go? Thank you.
Thank you. Charlie Barton.
I got a few things that I'd like just to clear it up maybe a little bit in my mind, like the newspaper thing, about hiring 20 more employees, forgetting about our police department. And the last meeting I was at, I couldn't really hear the man that was giving the statements out about the police department. But I do feel that if there's any extra money in this city, instead of padding themselves with raises, which in the private sector, we have taken a lot of decreases in pay in my time to save for the economy and to fight with whatever we had to do to stay alive. And I feel the city should do that too. There's no reason why they should get raises when the police department can't even get their benefits. And it just is so irritating to read that the city wants to put, what, 20 more gardeners out there? You want to cut some trees down, you want to pick up some sand, sweep some bush, drive around, 200 truck, new trucks, used trucks, little trucks, doesn't matter, big old expensive trucks. And they're all driving around, you can see them all the time. They are good workers, good people, but I don't need 20 more of them. I need 20 more police department to take care of the marijuana traffic that's going to come into this town that everybody's so proud that they're going to get a whole bunch of money to pull themselves out of debt from the bad management of the money 4 or 5 years ago on the HUD program, where they dwindled the money in the wrong place. Feds came in, we got nailed for it, and now we're broke. So now the police department has to take overtime workers, where if you see their overtime, they could hire a man. For every 2 hours of overtime, 1 police officer. If I'm not right, or I could be wrong, I'm not sure. But I truly believe we need more law enforcement to take care of the druggies that are going to come into this town. And nobody believes me, but when you see it in Denver, I said it in Denver, and I've seen the young people in Washington say, oh no, everything's cool, there is no crime, they're not doing anything bad. They just don't see the people that can't get a job because they can't pass the drug test. And I'll tell you, this town right here has got a lot of unemployment, and there's going to be a lot more. Because in the field of work I was in construction, or if you work on over on the port, you have to have random drug testing. And I would like to see the council make every employee of Port Hueneme take random drug testing. I don't care if they're the council member, or if they're working the office, or what they do. And I truly believe money should go to our police force, and forget all this other gardening. Let the tree grow. I got 16 seconds. Mr. Hensley, I was against you on that marijuana, but you were really treated wrong. I knew nothing about what was going on. This last meeting, I sat in here and saw all these people saying what a wonderful job. Well, maybe it was a wonderful job, but I remember 2 years ago, we set up with a budget. They had 2 lists of things up there on the budget. You guys were brand new then, and that one list on that one side, everybody thought was already in the budget, and it wasn't. It wasn't even in the budget, and it went for an hour figuring out what to do with the budget. And
Charlie, could you wrap it up, please?
Okay. Sorry, I got excited.
No, that's fine.
Anyway, I know she did a good job. I'm glad her name will be on a plaque. I think we need the parking spot over by the building more than we need the people to grow some vegetables for the people that homestead the corner over there at Market Street. Okay, with their tents. And you did a good job, and I know backdoor stuff happens. I've been a long time around areas. And never mind, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. All right, Rich Rollins?